You guys can pop in at 7, which is my normal time slot. But when I'm up and I'm creating, a lot of you liked to see the creating part, which normally happens in the background or in the back scene. So, hey, now you're going to get it right here, right now. So I do have to be quieter than 7 o'clock because people are asleep. Just want to remind you, we are having a giveaway for this book when I reach 3,000 subscribers. Let me put that here. All right, so this morning my tea is, I think it's called Christmas Eve. It's herbal and it's like a minty orange. Good morning, Joydy. So here's the book. This is the pattern we're going to do. And so we're going to start from beginning, right? Start to end. So we'll see how much we get through. So my fabric choices I've shown before. This is going to be fabric 1. Good morning, Quilting Frog. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Melanie. This is going to be fabric 2. Oh no, you're having another procedure this morning, Melanie? I didn't know that. I thought you just had one. This is 3. This is going to be 4, these 2 pieces. We're just going to make do. And this is going to be 5. So let's start cutting out pieces. Good morning, Rowena. Outpatient. All right, well, we'll be thinking of you. So I'm going to take my fabric and move them all to the side. And I purchased this, I don't know, a while ago. I used to only have a 6 by 24 inch, and this one is an 8.5 by 24. I love it. And I think they make them 12.5. I might have to look that one up. Good morning, Andrea. Wow, you are all up this early? Okay. So most of this fabric I had already ironed. So you don't have to watch me do that. And we are going to open this up. So again, this is mint from you. This was from, oh, I guess there's a crease. Let me go grab my iron. Let's see. Oh, it's going to get tight over here. I try to move my iron closer to me. So let's see. I will be yes, we will all be thinking of you. I've been up for an hour, just finished watching Dee and April's live replay. Yeah, I saw that. When I only been up not too much further than you. Probably, I don't know, 10 minutes. Literally just came up here. All right, so I'm going to go into my book. And on this side, on this side here where it's all like this, that's where you get the cutting instructions. So I'm just going to go where it says fabric 1 and cut those out. Now, it says cut 7. Oh, I can't tell you what it cuts. Never mind. Almost got myself in trouble. It's telling me to cut binding because I know you guys want me to show you economy binding. It's just not going to happen on this one. I'll show you on a little project. I won't be cutting out the binding. I'm just going to cut out all the pieces except for the binding on this. Good morning, Joe. I've been up since 3. Roscoe wanted to go out. Aw. You should spray your rulers with the product called Grippy. It helps so much with the slipping. Okay. Lots of great quilts, yes. Oh, it's in Los Angeles here. Just thinking about going to bed. Okay, Quilting Frog. What is your name? let me go and iron this real quick. I am here. Let's see. Christina. Well, hello, Christina. Let me use your actual name. All right, so this is a little bit of a Valentine's Day project because this fabric here is got little hearts on it and bees. I love bees. I don't know, bees are so cute. All right, so this is gonna be good enough. Never heard of the spray for rulers. Me neither. I might have to look into that. All right, so this is how I do it. I fold this in half. All right, and then I make sure, let's see, I don't know if, there it is, if the light is gonna be good. But I fold this in half. I have the selvage. I mean, it doesn't really matter what size the selvage is, but the selvage is to my left and the folded is to my right. I try to put the folded on a line, and then I'm gonna try to trim here to straighten this out. I wanna make sure I get all 4 layers. So 1, 2, 3, I may have 4. Let me go up a little bit more. 4. So this is a 1-yard cut. And there we go, so that this way it doesn't, I have the weights, but they're in the other room. All right, there's the piece. So we're going to cut the first piece here, which is great. I'm just gonna cut it. So I need some of those. I'm gonna cut this one. And I'm gonna put this away for later. This part here is their economy binding, but we're just gonna put it away for right now. We will put this aside. So now this is fabric 1. So you saw I have my little tag. I'm just gonna go ahead and, so I know this is all my fabric 1. It's ready to go. Now my fabric, so I'm gonna come in here, and these Post-its do really help for that. I'm gonna go now to fabric 2. Okay, and then fabric 2 is, this is my fabric 2 right here. Open this up. Now this is more than a yard cut. This is a 2-yard cut. And I'm gonna quickly give this another press. All right, so same thing. This is a bigger piece, so you would have only a yard maybe. And in this case, the way this just happened to be, the fold is now on my left. The selvages are on my right. All I do is I follow somewhere along here. Now, you can cut however you want. I know I cut a unique way. Okay, I am going to clean off the side. I don't know if I got all, so I'm gonna just go ahead and look. And I didn't, so I have to go and clean off just a little bit more. Now I think I did. Yes, okay, so there it is, that goes there. So now I'm going to cut my first thing here. There's all different ways to keep yourself organized. So here is this, and I actually read what this is for. So this tells me that this piece is for, hold on. Okay, I have these. This goes to strip assembly A. And so I actually just place like something that has an A on it. So I know that this is strip assembly A. And then I'm gonna just put it right here. Then I need, the next one is for strip assembly B, C, B, and C. Okay, so now I'm gonna open this because I need one more. For that A. That goes for the strip assembly A, okay? And then I need one for strip assembly B. And I'm gonna take a B, oh, well, here we go. My B sticker fell off there. I have to get better, letter. Here, I have one that says B. Okay, so that's B assembly. And then I need C assembly. So now I'm gonna just, this that I flipped. Now my ruler isn't big enough. So what I need to do is I need to cut this on my board. So I am gonna go ahead and line up this fold line here. Hopefully my cut line, because I cut straight, is here. And we should be good. And now we're gonna count to cut this strip assembly C. Yep, this is strip assembly C. So I have my little tag on there, that's C. Now the rest of this fabric, remember this is 2 yards, but I do have, the rest of your yard cut is for borders. I'm just making the main body of the quilt right now because sometimes I like to extend the borders. So again, I'm only gonna cut the main body. Let's see what's going on. In case if anybody has any questions. I'm sorry. Okay, it is a never, okay, we were at that never heard of the spray. Does it adhere to the fabric? No, it doesn't. I have to close this. But it grips it, works better after a couple of days. Grippy, I have to look into that. Me too. Thank you for sharing, Christina. I finally got the Catagus grips for my rulers. What are they? They work awesome. Never heard of that. I have some kind of grips on most of my rulers, also circles that work really well. I do too. I have those little circles. Mine with the slipping looked for a way to help. That is. Okay, well, I'm learning a lot here this morning. Leanna, I like how you store your clips. Yeah, it's easier for me to get them that way. Anything to make it easier and more accurate with not spending a fortune. You're right. I bought alpha biddies from Fat Quarter Shops. I have, Joydy, the little stickers. That's what's on here. This is the alpha biddy stickers. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, this is fabric too. Hold on. Then I take all this, just so you know, and then I put this. I know that this is all my fabric too, just in case, to keep myself organized. Because I'm about ready to cut fabric 3. I'm going to put that here. Let me see. There are about $10 and have enough for all my rulers. Okay. I never thought of gorilla gluing them to those clips. Yeah, that was something one morning I was like, well, I'm going to have to figure something else out. Good morning, So Blessed with Jess. Good morning, Jess. Anyone here got my free pattern that I posted yesterday? I actually saw that, Andrea, last night. Well, in the afternoon, actually. I have not gone to your website yet. All right, so we're going to go to fabric 3. Fabric 3, moving this up here. So my fabric 3 is going to be this fabric here, same line. The yellow was not from the same line. The yellow was Country Life by Jennifer Long. This one's awfully wrinkly. Now this piece is very wrinkly. I tried. It is a 1 yard cut. I had to double check. And I folded it in half again. Whoops. And here we go. The fold edge is on the right. I'm just going to kind of line it up as best as I could. Oop. Let's see, and let you know what doubles I have and send you if you want them. What are you looking for? Joydy's Ruler Farm? All right, all I could tell you, Joydy, is I lost, and I don't know how, and all the hustle and bustle and all of the quilting, sewing quilts or quilt and sews that I had here. Somehow I lost my Flying Geese Creative Grids ruler. I was so annoyed. That's one of the reasons also I was trying to clean up this room, but I cannot find that sucker. It's okay, a new one is coming in. I ordered one from Lynn, so we will be getting a new one. Fabric 3. Okay, so now I'm cutting more strip assemblies A's. So I'm going to come in and cut more strip assembly A's. So I have multiple sets of these letters. So we're going to put A. And then we have B and C. And then we have A. So what I do, if it's this, here, look, if I look at this and I see there's the same measurements, so like right now, there's the same measurement for strip A, no, I'm sorry, for strip B, C, and block A assembly. What I do is I add up the total, and then I'm going to cut that total and then, you know, put them apart and then label them. I hope that makes sense. So I'm in the midst. Yeah, I know. Once I get the new one, the old one absolutely will show up. Here we go. That always happens. So here we go. We're going back down. And I counted everything I need between all those. So I'm coming in here. And remember, I have two layers, which is 4 layers of fabric, but, you know, put it over. So now I have to cut only less, if that makes any sense. Okay. So what did you, oh, just the case for this, that's fine. So what did I cut? 2, 8, 10, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I am toying with the idea of doing kind of like, and I don't know how to do it, but like some kind of thing that I pick a pattern that's for free and we can all download and kind of like, if everybody wants, work on it together. So like say, hey, I'm doing this pattern, it's for free, you download it, and on such and such a day, let's go through it together. It's just a thought. All right, so now, oh, nope, I have one more thing I have to cut. I have one more cut to make. Because with that A assembly, I actually needed one more strip. So this is what's left of my strip. So this is, I guess, truly leftover if you're following along. So this is my A. And then I need to get, where is my alphabet? Here they are. Okay. Because I need more of that. So then I'm going to count out what I need for B assembly. And I just need 1. So I'm going to grab my clips here, find a B sticker. But I think Jody has it right. It should really be like better, like a Gorilla Glue or something on there. Okay, so here's my B strip and this fabric. Then I have my C. And I have a C here. And put one of those here. And then I have all these are for block A assembly. So all this here, so what I will do with this, being that I don't like to confuse myself, I like to get, there we go, Post-it. And we're gonna write block A assembly. And remember, when you when you abbreviate, you got to be careful abbreviating that. I saw someone online do that and I cracked up. So this is block A. So we're going to put that all here. I'm going to have to use a clip. I swear, you can never have enough of these clips. Okay. So now I'm going to put this aside. And go to my fabric. Oh, this is fabric 3, so I want to put that on there. And you'll see, because when we go through the directions, it's going to say use the certain cut fabric 3 for this assembly. So you'll thank me later on. So now we're going to go to 4. And fabric 4, which is this here, I'm not sure what we're doing with this yet, quite yet, right? Because I don't have enough to do the initial, like to just cut it randomly. So we're going to actually cut this fabric. We're going to cut this fabric as we go. But in the meantime, it does need to be pressed. Because really when I did the quilting, when I did the quilting math, we really need 21 inches. And this piece is only 19 inches. And then I have a fat quarter. So fabric 4 is for strip assembly D and for B block assembly. So, and it's all the same measurement. So this will be hopefully easy to remember. So I'm going to come over here and iron this real quick. You can come with me if you want. It's tight in here right now. No, that's not it. That's empty. This is just water in here. I just have plain water in here. Let that sit out. Then I have my fat quarter here. Let's see if I can get that. All right, so now let's go see what we need to do. So here, I'm going to start reading instructions. We know that this is fabric 4. I'm just going to use this. It's fine. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do, if you notice, I did not cut any borders. I did not cut any bindings, because borders and bindings, I worry about that later. So the first step is we're going to do, it says strip assembly A, B, and C. Referring to strip assembly A, using one fabric, number 2 strip, right? And one fabric, number 3, we're going to sew them along the edges as shown. And over here, they show us a picture of what we're going to do. So I'm going to come over here and grab, right, my fabric 2, and what did it say? Fabric 2 and fabric 3. So I'm going to grab my fabric 2, going to go here to my fabric 3, and I have these. Now, when you look at the picture, it's telling me I have 2 full assemblies and 1 partial assembly. So that means I need to cut this for the partial. And I just didn't cut it for the partial. So the partial assembly is telling me, so I need to cut, I'm just double checking, yes. So I'm making 2 full strips. So that's these 2, right? Oops, sorry, these 2 right here. And then I'm going to cut this. So I'm going to open this up, right? And I'm going to cut my partial. It tells you when you're cutting your fabric to do this. All right. So before I cut this, I just want to put this out there. Before I cut this, I actually like to do this first and then see. Because when you're writing patterns, and I'm getting good at all this now, you have to leave so much extra. That's, you know, there's industry standards. So sometimes I actually don't need their partial, and I save myself fabric because I'm all about saving fabric. So before I cut this is why I don't do this when I cut the whole pattern. This is me. This is my preference. You don't have to do this. You're watching me do it. I'm actually doing a live stream for you to see how I do things. So I'm going to go ahead and sew these. I'm going to iron them. I'm going to cut them into their segments. And then if I do need it, I will come in and cut that partial out and then sew it, if that makes any sense to anyone. All right. So we're going to go and do that. I'm going to move my camera. I don't know how I managed to destroy a sewing room in a day, but I managed to do that. So as you know, my machine, and I was going to do that at this machine I can't see. So I added this thing and it's okay, but it's not great. Yeah, it doesn't work today. Okay, we're just going to let it be. Oh, wait, here it is. It's because it's not plugged in. That would be a reason why it doesn't work. Let's see. So what I'm sewing on here is a Fav Hobby 1200. It actually was my first long arm. So this is what I used to put on a frame, an Inspire frame. So I sold the Inspire frame, and I sold the, back then you bought a stitch regulator for. I wish I never sold that stitch regulator, but I did. And oops, and here's my little placemat. I use it quite a bit. And so I'm going to be using this for a little bit. My sewing machine has some issues. And right now, I told her still to go ahead. I would pay the fee, which is expensive, but to diagnose it and see how much it is to repair it, because machines are really expensive right now. And you may ask, well, you just need a straight stitch. And yesterday I used my 301 in the living room. But I actually do a lot of other things other than straight stitch. And that was the only machine that had any decorative stitches. So yes, I have a lot of straight stitch machines. I don't have anything that's decorative. It also has a lot of features with the, you know, where it threads itself and everything, and it's very helpful for me. And you know, the up and down feature, it saves me time. So she had some machines there that are previously loved, but even those previously loved sewing machines are a little bit out of my reach. So I don't know, I'm thinking of different ways of fundraising, maybe auctioning off some of my quilts. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But if it definitely can be repaired and it's reasonable, she was trying to tell me it wasn't going to be reasonable, then I'm going to try to do that. And maybe next year I can upgrade to a different used machine. I really have never been able to purchase a new machine right out of a box that is, you know, that caliber. So and so yesterday, long story short, yesterday I did put, not yesterday, Saturday, I did put in a link to my PayPal account. But actually, I don't know if it was YouTube or what, but all of a sudden I started losing subscribers. So I don't know if I offended some subscribers by putting that up, so I took it down. Because in no way am I, this is a, you know, it's only if you can and want to contribute. Because I know not everybody can. I am very cognizant of that. So I'm just gonna put up a different kind of post. You know, you just never know. So I'm gonna put on a different kind of post, just saying, if you want to support my channel, these are different ways. And I'm gonna put in, like, you can watch, you know, the ads. You can do this, you can do that. I myself am actually going to contact Baby Lock themselves today. Hey, it's worth a try and say, listen, I use your sewing machine on my lives every single day. See what they say. Maybe they'll discount me one. I don't know. You never know until you try, right? The only thing by buying a machine with my local quilt shop is I support another local shop. That was my thing. So here we are. We have, oh, I had a whole bunch of leaders and enders. This, let's see, do I have any? Maybe we could use this. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put this so that I could cut these and iron these. So now this is assembly A, and then it tells you how to do assembly B and C. So I'm going to put these aside, knowing that these are assembly A's, and I'm going to get together my assembly B and assembly C. So now assembly B is you're going to use one fabric 2 and one fabric 3, and you're going to make one of those. And assembly C is you're going to use one fabric 2 and one fabric 3, and I'm going to run those through. Now, when I look for this, I have to look at the size again. Make sure I'm pulling the right size. So this is fabric 2. So fabric 2 is this one. That's, let me make sure that I'm pulling the right one. Yep. This is an important part. This is where you need to kind of pay attention. And then fabric C, which is, where's my fabric C? I mean, not fabric C, fabric, assembly C is fabric 2. Okay. There it is, fabric 2, and then 1. Okay. So both of these assemblies, I'm using fabric 2. See, I feel like I'm a seasoned quilter because this, but you still gotta look. So this is fabric 2, this is fabric 3. So I'm gonna grab my 2 fabrics and then my 2 ends here. Put all this aside, and then let me read some comments. See who's also popped in, and then get back to it. Okay, so we have, I think I've missed, okay, once, I'm gonna have to put this closer. Sorry. Let's see. I'm afraid I'll cut my wrist. Wait, what? Did I leave something open? I don't, no, I have everything closed. All right. Okay, that's, she's going through dumbbells. I'm in the midst of cleaning and organizing. Oh, you moved? I didn't know you moved all over the house, especially after moving. I had no idea you moved, Joy. My hands would cut sideways like that. Oh, was I cutting sideways? Crazy. Yes. But I was confused. So she was, it will be easy. It's a puzzle. Okay, you're going to make us work for it, huh, Andrea? Good morning, Pat. Did you get your rag quilt? I did, and I gave it to her, and I never did post a picture of it over the weekend, right? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Yes, I did not. Sewing. Oh, good morning, Barb. So there's a story. So Barb, your quilt is going out today. My printer, I thought I had it working and I didn't. So when I was trying to print 2 labels out, because remember I said I had an adult quilt that for backup I could give to the girl. I didn't have to. And it's been there. I needed to mail it for now over a week. So I went to print both labels and my printer still didn't work. But a friend helped me out and I went to their house and they did it. So today it will be going out. Sewing together would be fun, but I can't sew this early in the morning. No, this would be a normal time. I'm kind of playing with the idea of making it a fundraiser thing. Of course, free to those. I'm never going to out, you know, I don't want to have someone feel that. It'll be on a donation basis. I'm toying with the idea of like an all-day virtual type of thing. I did a hexi ruler video. Oh, okay, a DIY hexi ruler video. I'll have to find that. Do a video on how to make the rest of the rag quilt. I did not. I actually made the whole thing, Pat, on here. The only thing I did, and I even did one of the sides. What I didn't do was the other 3 corners. So I did not do a video on the other 3 corners. And now my machine that I use is on the Fritz. I've tried doing a rag quilt on this. It's really hard. That dual feed is good. I don't have a walking foot for this particular sewing machine. I don't have a walking foot for any sewing machine right now. So yeah, I wanted to do more flannel, but until I can get stuff situated, I don't know. Do I have a cat? No, Jennifer, I don't have a cat. I love cats, but I don't have one. Piggly Rudy, is that your kitty? Who is that, Joydy? Oh, I see. He just likes to eat. No, no Piggy either. Okay, so I think previous love can be expensive. It is, but it is, I will say it is half the price of new. So that's why I do that. I would love to buy a Juki 2010Q and use my FOF or brother Janome for decorative stitches. Yeah, I'd like anything right now with decorative stitches, but I would like to have like what I had before because I'm so used to it. Yes, that's a great idea. Maybe they will gift you a new baby lock. And I'm really Joydy. I'm just gonna just try, even if I have to just pay whatever, like they like cut a big chunk off and I can fundraise for the rest. Like I'm seriously gonna fundraise because if I hadn't just bought the property in Puerto Rico, I would be fine. But now that's it. Now it's back. So that's why I'm working so much too. I do work multiple jobs and side hustles to pay off the mortgage on that one. And obviously now I'm going to have to get a sewing machine. Good morning, Emma Jean. It's my problem. It's nobody's problem. This is totally my problem. It's totally fine. I can make do. I always had in life. It's a good thing you have several machines. Absolutely. And so what does it mean? It means that maybe I can't do rag quilts right now because I don't have what you need to get I've tried to do rag quilts on here. It's no bueno. Good morning, Nikki. Okay. Did you post pics of the No, and I'm going to do that. What machine are you using today? I really do not care as long as I can get a quilt under it for quilting. So that's another thing. I also use my baby lock for a lot of machine quilting, and this is great. This was my workhorse for when I was doing long arm quilting. But it's not very good to, I don't know. I can't explain it. So here we are. We will make do. So here we are. So we're going to go now and do our other assemblies. As you can hear in my voice, I was very tired this week. I worked on Floral States of America, and I've also worked on my Legit kit. I will probably show you all some more of that at another time. right, this machine is driving me nuts on how slow it's going. It's gonna make racket though. Now we're going to do the other strip set assembly. The nice thing about this machine is I could put a full size, the giant spools right on it. So I think I like that part too. Saves money on thread. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We'll use this. All right, so I have now these two strip sets. Let's see. I'm gonna come in here. I just want to see if I did all my strip sets. All right, so I have one more strip set, and this is later on, but we're gonna do it right now just because we're sewing strip sets. So this is gonna be strip set D assembly. So I'm gonna look over here and see where assembly D is here. Referring to unit D assembly using two, that's not right. Using two unit A's. That's to put this together. I just need to do the D assembly. Referring to unit D assembly. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Using two to repeat making. That's D assembly. I need strip assembly. Strip assembly D is, okay, here it is. Referring to strip assembly D, using one fabric number 1 with a fabric strip and two number 4s with a fabric strips. And we are going to be making 3 assemblies. So I'm gonna go grab those. And that is, I need 1 and 4. 1 and 4. So that is this. So this is where it gets, that's right, because this is, so this is where it's going to get crazy, because actually I didn't do, that's right, that's why I was leaving this last, that's not. That's 3, I believe, yep. So 4 is the fabric I don't have enough of. So it says to make 3 assemblies. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make 1 assembly of each color. Let's do that, 1 assembly of each color. This is where, when you're using scraps, this is where, if you're using scraps or you have to fudge things, this is where we're gonna fudge it right now. So I know I need 3. So this third one, I'm not quite sure what color it's gonna be. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut myself 2 strips. So that would be this. I'm sorry if I'm confusing anyone, but this basically is bordering that fabric block, right? It's basically a bordered fabric block. So we're going to come in here. And I don't know what I just did with my... Welcome to my world. Maybe, I hope you guys all do the same thing that I do, where you put something down and it's not only me. I don't know what I did with that last cutter. The good news is I got lots of rotary cutters. So we're going to come in here and we are going to cut. Our measurement. So we're going to need 2 for 1 assembly. But we're actually going to need more than 2 because we also have to put the sides. But for right now, we're just doing the assembly. Oh, make sure. Did I do that good? Yep. Okay. So that's for 1. And we're going to come and take this. So this is a fat quarter. And, oh, that's straightened out nice. Okay. So we know that this here, I'm going to need 4 of these. No. Well, I need 4 of these. For these for 1 strip. So I actually need 8 of these now that I think about it, right? Because I need 2 strips. This here, wait, let me think. That there is, yep, that there is 1 strip. And, okay, so 4. Sometimes I have to visualize for myself. So there we are. So that's 4. All right. And then we'll take this and we'll put this aside because we're going to need this. We're just now playing with fabric placement, how we're going to do this, yada, yada. If I would put things where, oh, here it is. If I would put things where they belong, I would find them. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to piece these fat quarters pieces into 1 strip. Well, 2 strips, I guess I should say. So those 2 pieces are 1 strip. These 2 pieces are 1 strip. So I'm kind of making my own with the fabric here right now. All right, so we have that. We'll leave those there. I'm going to take my 1 width of fabric here and take this and sew. This is going to drive me nuts. There we are. Cut that off. I put this diagonal seam tape on here yesterday, and over here it's like bumpy. Okay, I'm going to come in and that's for my strip. See fine because everything is breaking down, so my ring light doesn't work. The stand works, but the ring light doesn't work on here, so that's another thing I gotta replace. right, so this I'm just gonna finger press here. Kind of, you know, you can get up and go on your iron if you want. I'm just gonna finger press it. I massage it and finger press it. All right, now we're gonna take that other color and I am going to do that. So now we have partial. Now this one needs 2 of those little skinny pieces. So we're gonna make sure we're gonna put the right color on the right thing. So this one is light pink. So I'm gonna grab my light pink here and we're gonna go for it. And being that I put my strip this side, you should technically put your strip on this side and then sew with it like this, but I'm all good. Here we are, and then that's that. And then we have that. Sure what's going on here. Why is this? The thread is doing something weird. And I don't think I did say what I was sewing. I did tell some earlier what I was sewing on. This is a Pfaff Hobby 1200. I used it for free motion quilting on a frame years ago. All right, I'm gonna take my other one here. Oh, so it is flipped. I did flip it. Okay, so now I'm gonna eyeball it right here. Yeah, that looks about right. And bring it all the way down. Let's see if it reaches. Yep, it does. Okay. So here we are. Let's put this one on here. I have a project in mind after we do this, actually. After we're done with like some of the Valentine's Day sewing. Because there's another project I'd like to do other than this one for Valentine's Day. And then maybe with the scraps I can figure out the envelope quilt that is now not behind me. good. So we have this. So now I think minus that, I didn't do a partial strip assembly yet, and I did not do that second one of these because I don't know where we're at in fabric. So I'm actually going to see if I could get you closer to my iron so you could see what I do for this. So there is no pressing directions for this. So you kind of have to either, you know, Fran and her mom does everything pressed open. So that's one way to do it. Another way could be thinking about and planning ahead of time. So what I do is I kind of look at the pictures, and I know this is going to be a 4-patch. So if I press to the dark, we will be okay. Then I look at the picture and see what's going to be next to this. Are there going to be seams next to this? If there's going to be seams, they need to nest. So when I'm looking at this, there's no seams that are going to be nesting. So therefore, we don't have any seams to match. I can press it how I want. Then I go to the next step to see if there is something that's got to be nested. I don't see something that could be nested. That doesn't mean that's not going to be there. So I think we're going to be good. The only part where there may be a nesting situation would be when my 4-patch unit touches the bordered block unit, because they both have the same measurement on the outside. So, which is an easy fix, right? Because that just means that the block that is bordered would have to be the opposite. It would have to be ironed opposite from this unit. So for right now, just for right now, I'm going to go to press to the dark on that. I'm going to press to the dark. Oh, let me see this. Wait. No, this may be a situation. Hold on, because when this goes on to this, okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to press just these. And I'll show you why. This is what I do at home. I sit here, I talk to myself. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to press everything. You are seeing me at all my crazy gloriness, right? We're going to put those here. We are going to press these here. And you know what? I'm going to press them right here. We're going to press these to the dark. I'm going to grab a bigger pressing mat that I have. And then we're going to work on these. That's what we're going to do. Again, if you do as they do, they press everything open, you don't have to worry at all. Just press everything open. Me, I do press things open, obviously. If I'm making stuff, I'm pressing stuff open. But when I sew, I actually prefer not to press open. That's my own preference. All right, let me go get my mat. Okay, my mat was in the other room because everybody was watching football yesterday, and I was sewing in the living room on one of my antique machines. I don't even know what ended up happening. I know that the Eagles won. That much I know. I don't know who won the other one, if it was the Bills or the 49ers. So I guess I'll have to check that out. All right, so let's move us over here. So we're here. And I'm going to lock in my stitches here. And now I'm going to call this pink my dark. And you normally don't see my table open, but that's one of the reasons I had to take down my envelope quilt, because it was blocking from this door to close all the way. And I needed this door to close all the way for this to open. I bought this table. People ask me all the time, what is this table? This table is, I think it's called a kangaroo. What's the company? I don't really, Arrow. I bought this table on Facebook Marketplace. So again, most everything you see I buy either used at a reputable place or on Marketplace. I met the gentleman who sold it. He had bought it for his wife, and unfortunately she passed away during COVID, and he was selling her stuff. But the funny thing was, when we were talking with each other on Marketplace, you know, he says like there's a lot of scammers out there. So he wanted to meet me. And I was a little sketched out. I'm not going to lie. I was a little sketched out about like meeting someone, because he didn't want the table to just go to anyone. He wanted the table to go to someone. In his mind, that was worthy of the table. I did pay for it, and it was quite a bit, but he still wanted to make sure that his wife's table was going to go to another quilter who was serious. I'm going to go around and I'm going to show you how I cut these units. So I drove, I don't know, about an hour and a half away with my money. And I said to my honey, you have to put that in the car, lock the car. And then here comes out this man, and clearly he was not going to be a threat to any one of us. So we were relaxed, right? Because you just never know. And this is where I take this. This here is my stripology XL ruler. And, you know, we talk, and then I showed him some of my quilts. And this is before I was doing YouTube. And we got talking, and he's like, all right, I'm going to sell you the table. And I'm like, okay. So he says, can you do me a favor? When you set it up in your house, can you please call me and send me a picture? And so I did. And then he says, oh my gosh, the table looks beautiful in there. My wife would be so happy. But what a lovely man. He really was a lovely man, and so super sweet. So I'm going to come back here to some of these before I go into here. Let's see. I'm missing a whole bunch of people I'm sure I didn't even say hi to. I'm so sorry. Let's see. And I'm not going to read them all, but good morning, Nikki. Let's see. Okay, that's Joe. Emma Jean, I did say hi to her today. I will get you the name and that shop in Florida. He might give you a deal. Pat, are we talking about a machine for me? That's why I want a Juki. So the thing, okay, so everybody's about the Juki. This is one of my issues. So my local quilt shop only does, what does she do? She does baby lock, and she does someone else. Oh, Faf. She does baby lock and Faf. And I really would like to support a local person, and also be able to take my machine if something happens, to get it fixed or to get it cleaned. She only cleans at her shop and repairs Fafs, baby locks, and singers. So that is why I'm kind of like there. Because I live so remotely, it's really hard to find, you know, I don't have a lot of choices, put it that way. Not only that, they give me excellent service. They give me free, you can take unlimited, I think it's unlimited it, or maybe it's a year worth of lessons, for free lessons for your machine. But I will take anything. I mean, money talks. Right now there isn't any, so money talks. Um, let's see. I really want a Little Rebel by Grace. Yeah, but that doesn't do decorative stitches. I definitely need decorative. Did anyone order the new Cotton Cuts Flyaway PMQ? Well, I am an ambassador for the Flyaway Cotton Cuts PMQ, so you can follow me along. Definitely with that. Let's see. Oh, I'm waiting on my book to come. Yes, so this is what I'm working on. I'm just gonna go quickly through. It's hard to do these live streams because these live streams, I want to be able to answer questions for you, but I also want to get my quilt done. So there's two things, right? But everybody wants to see how I do it first thing in the morning, what I'm doing behind the scenes. So basically, good morning, Annette. I am showing you what I'm doing behind the scenes. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to show you. I've taken my stripology ruler and come through. This has been a question quite often that comes up on Fabric Cafe's lives. Can you show us how to use the stripology ruler in your when making your quilts? They do not use it. They said they're going to look into it. Now, I always, even when making theirs, I use my stripology ruler. So now I'm showing you, if you're one of those who are looking for that, I'm going to show you how I do it. So here I have my strip set. I find a line that goes across where the sew line is. And I kind of look, everything should be good, right? I line it up so that I make sure that my selvage is over here. So when I do my 0, I cut off that selvage. Now, I'm going to look at my instructions. So I'm going to look at strip assembly A, and it's going to tell me what to cut across. I can't give you that measurement. It's not my pattern. So there are these little, I'm going to show you these little things. There are these little stickers like this that you can buy with your stripology ruler. And you can place them where you need to make your cuts. So you don't have to think about it every time. All right, so that's, and I have more over here, so I know that this is half. The hardest part is actually setting up the ruler for the measurement you need. And then I can't do any more because it's not enough. I don't have enough to go across. So now here we go. We're gonna go with 1, cut that. There we are. I have my first pass. Now, when you have smaller blocks, I have been able to set up this to actually put 2 across. I mean, I don't think I can. Let's see. I don't think it'll go. No, it won't go. So we're just going to do singly. Again, I find, for me, a black line that goes across. And come in just a little so I can make a little tiny cut. So I'm at my 0 line and I'm going across. The hardest part is getting your rotary through the slots. Again, I have that little piece, and then I have these. Now, I need to have how many of these in here? It tells me I need 24 of these units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Now, when I have this little piece, I don't reset it. I'm just going to come in here and cut it with another. So this is 10. This gave me 10. And I've got 11. So I will need to cut and do another partial strip, but not as big as they said. So to keep me from going crazy, I'm going to count and make sure there's 10 in this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe I don't need to do that partial assembly. See what I'm talking about? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 12. So I will get 24. So remember I said this was supposed to be a partial assembly. I don't need it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even need to cut this and could have saved this as part of my whole piece. So this is what I'm talking about, that sometimes you don't necessarily need to do that partial assembly. Yes, and I'm saying that. I'm saying that out loud. They are not wrong. They're not trying to make you waste more fabric. There is a fabric industry guideline when writing patterns that you have to follow. So they are following the guidelines. Again, they are following the guidelines. They're not doing anything. Okay, so 1, 2, 5. So I have 5 here. All right, so now we should have 5 more, so that gives us 10. Oh, and here's that little piece. And then I should be able to get 2 more. If you're very careful, you can, and then you don't have to make that other strip assembly. All right, so we have all this. We have all of them that we need. We needed 24. So now we're going to go back and we're going to sew. The worst part of sewing is the constant cleanup. And I'm telling you, I can't keep up with it. All right, so here we are. Anyone have any question on that strip assembly? I had the same story of my machine cabinet. The lady took us back into the storage unit. That's a pretty one. I just hope, yeah, thank you. Good morning, Lynette. I am doing Rose Finch. Is that in here? Or is that in another book? Which one to get? Oh, this is a quilting channel. Okay, thank you, Joydy, you're on it. So here we are. So we cut this. Now we're going to make our, this is called Unit D assembly. And we are going to take our, which one is this? This is fabric. What did I say? Whatever. This was fabric 2, so this is fabric 3. So we're going to have our fabric 3 up on the top, and then our fabric 3 on the bottom, just like that. And you just look at, I have to even look at that. So don't you feel like you have to look at it. So we have 1, 2, 3. We need 12 of these. 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to put this here. So now we're going to make this into a 4 patch. just going to run them through. All right, it's 7 o'clock. So this is when I would normally stop, set up my camera so that I can prepare for my 7 o'clock live. But you are getting a glimpse of exactly what I'm doing before 7. So I'm going to keep this up, but this time I will be reading. We'll be going for more of a live stream into a discussion stream. Or shall I say game mode? We'll go game mode. PMQ, yes, I am doing the PMQ. I really wanted Songbird, but I have either of the prairie line, so thought it would make a great matching piece. Oh, okay. I think I'm doing Hummingbird, I believe is mine. I haven't gotten it yet. And I don't even, you know what? I don't even know what the Hummingbird line is. I guess I should look that up. I really wanted to do the Cafe one, or there's another one that was really like bright colors. Yes, it is pretty. It was one of my, they shipped February 7th. There we go. Joydy's my info. They fit. And so if you do want to join us on this adventure, you could use Leana Fly, Leana Fly, FLY. That is the code. All right, so here we are. We have all these done. So now, the next step here is to take them off. Right? Go in between and grab them off. And we have that little. All right, so let's see. Okay, we did that. I picked the Phoenix colorway. Are you doing a sew along with it? With the PMQ, yes. I wanted the crimson colorway, but it's sold out and not restocked yet. All right, so now we're gonna open this. I am just pressing it. I'm just gonna just go for it and press it. So right here, I'm just pressing it. This isn't going to touch anything, so we are good with the pressing on here. Now, sometimes my pressing, I do it and it doesn't work out, so we'll see how it happens here. Some of this fabric seems a little directional, and I don't care. It's gonna lie the way it's gonna lie. All right, so we're going to press this, and while we press that, let me grab my games. We're going to continue working on this, but now I'll actually pay attention. 7 o'clock. I'll try to. Good morning, Chloe. So we are opening this up. Who is doing the large and the small? I'm doing the small. They are gifting me the small one. So that's the one I will be doing. Yesterday I worked on Floral States of America. So I will pull all that out. Tomorrow I'm going to show you, well, we're going to probably continue working on this 5-yard quilt. And then I can show you my progress on the Legit kit and on my Floral States of America. And with the Floral States of America, I will, read the cards out to you, but the block will have been finished. So it's come to my attention that part of my number problems might be is that I was doing way too many, I don't know if it was advertising or whatnot for other companies because they were bringing it to me. And what you really wanted to see was my madness that I do before I get on at 7 a.m. So now when I can, I will show you my madness before 7 a.m. and I will cut down a little bit on all the other stuff. Like I will no longer be doing anything with fabric cut. So there are things I'm cutting. I have to cut because I just can't do it all. I think I can do it all, but I really can't. So here we go. We're going to do New School. What movie is known for the quote, nobody puts baby in the corner? I don't think that's a New School thing because I know that. And that's, I don't necessarily think that's a New School question, but nobody puts baby in the corner. Come on. You all must know this. Come on, let's see what comes on here. So we have that. Next step, what are we going to do? I need to put the sides on here, and that is fabric 3. So fabric 3 is, I should put a little swatch thing in. Fabric 3 is here. I have them there over here. Here they are, right here for block A assembly. So that's here. Now I can't give you the finished size of this 4 patch here. So in the directions, they just have you go through and run the 4 patches, and I'll show you. I don't do it that way, but I will show you. They will take a single piece of width of fabric and they will say, place your block on there and then just keep adding blocks and then cut them apart. I don't do that. So let me show you what I do. I take this and I need 24 of these pieces because it's going to go on both sides here. Not either side, but both sides. And I am going to take 3 and I'm going to cut them to the size they actually need to be. So let me run over there. And the question is, what movie is known for the quote, nobody puts baby in the corner? You could find the size if you have this book right on there because it'll tell you what the finished size of this block is. And you could use your stripology ruler if you want. Here, you know what? I'll just, wait, let me see. This is getting a little overwhelming here, but you could use a stripology ruler. You could just use a ruler that's exactly that size. Look at that. I haven't even pulled the plastic off of this. So let's do that. So I can use this ruler. I actually didn't have this size ruler, so when Lynn had this as a special, I bought it. All right, so I need 24 of these pieces, and I have this 3 strips, so that's going to give me 6. Make sure, yep. So now 6, 12, 18, and this is a little piece, and then I need 6 more. So I'm gonna grab 1 more. I don't do 8 high because it's too much for me. So I'm just gonna grab another strip, and then this will give me 6 more because I get 3 per strip. This is how I do this so early in the morning. I don't have to think. If I find a ruler that's the exact size, then I don't have to think. All right, let's go back over here. So here we are. We have our pieces. So now we just have to make sure we put them on right. So number 3, which is my pink, has to be on the upper left-hand corner. See? And now I hope you can see this correctly, because it also has come to my attention that my camera has been doing everything in reverse, which I did not know. So hopefully today everything isn't in reverse mode. So we have this, and then I'm going to stick. Now I'm going to sew on both sides one of these strips. So I'm going to put that here. Shut off that, and let's see what everybody has for nobody puts baby in the corner. I also have to be able to see. There's a lot going on with Alive. So here we go. We have Dirty Dancing. Lots of Dirty Dancing. I knew that was one of the movies. It's an old, I guess it is an old movie. But like, don't the new folks know that? I don't know. Good morning, Barbara. I do the same thing. It saves fabric, and I find it easier. Correct, Barbara. Me too. I got that ruler from Lynn also. It was a good bargain. Yes, it was. I love black and white quilts since I work on Tulip from Village Green. My son likes red, so I picked Christmas Net. I was just talking about a black and white quilt because when I was going through my fabric, I have a big stash of black and white fabric, so I'm thinking maybe something in the future for that too. All right, so yes, it is Dirty Dancing. What does it mean to have clout? What does it mean to have clout? And then we're going to go through. See. Sway the decision, authority, power of influence. Good morning, Teresa. To have authority higher in the ranks, to have an advantage, to influence others. Okay. So how would I describe clout? Basically, you walk and you think you're all that because you can do whatever you want. That would be the way I would be. Or like if someone wants something from you and you say, well, I have a lot of clout, you know, I'll make that happen. So that's how I look clout as. Yes. All right. So I'm going to see how they described it. They said, if you have clout, you have a cool reputation or probably know someone famous. That's their version of clout. I guess we had the old-timey version, not the new version. Okay. We already did that. What state has the highest? What way do most boomers, this is old school, what way do most boomers get their news? A, newspapers, B, online news sources, or C, TV? What way do boomers get their news? A, newspapers, B, online news sources, or C, TV? Which is that's an interesting question. TV. So far we have a lot of TV. TV. Someone wrote newspapers, A. I was torn. I was thinking that they probably go with newspapers or TV. But really, I think in all actuality, if I had to have a guess, I would say the answer is D, all the above. Right? Because just because you're a boomer doesn't mean that you don't know how to use YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. Just saying. Not that I recommend getting your news from Facebook, but you know, just saying. I think you got to give boomers a little bit more credit. So now I've put the one side on, and I'm going to come in and put the other. Okay, so we have a lot of TVs, D plus other quilters. There you go. So their answer is C, TV. 60% of boomers say they stay in touch with news mainly through TV. Okay, we already did that where they have the highest, where they live. Okay, how many boomers are turning 65 every day in the U.S.? How many boomers are turning 65 every day in the U.S.? A, 10,000, B, 15,000, or C, 20,000? We invented the technology. That's right, Andrea. So we have 20,000s, we have C's, which is 20,000. We have a B, which is 15,000. That's a tough question. 20,000. All right, I'm going to add on, because I don't have that many more between each stage. I'll answer the question. And then we're going to have to go survive. We're going to have to go, I don't know if we're going on vacation with me again. We have three more to put together here. And then I'm going to show you what I mean about pressing and figuring out pressing, because the next step involves us putting a strip set. So before I iron that strip set, I'm going to kind of look at where we are. And what light it was for. Okay. Because this actually is a pivotal moment in this quilt. And there's going to also be a lot of whips. We're going to be doing a lot of whips. So we're definitely going to be whipping at 5 a.m. on some projects that I have going on. I never thought that maybe you guys would like to see my behind the scenes. It never occurred to me, except for that one day when I really needed to get a quilt done. And the feedback really was like, that's what we want to see. That's what we're looking for. That may get you what you need to get to your next milestone of 3,000 subscribers. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna be whipping at 5, and you're gonna see some things you've probably never saw before that I was working on. And when I say that, it's WIP, works in progress, for people out there who may not know what our quilting lingo is. In 5 years, there'll be a huge nursing home shortage. Well, I would hope some of these children would be taking care of their parents so that that won't happen. I will hope that. Good morning, Sheila. All right. Good morning, Linda. Here we go. So the answer to that is A, 10,000. So 10,000 people, 10,000 boomers are turning 65 every day in the U.S. 10,000. What's the first TV sitcom boomers grew up watching? A, I Love Lucy. B, The Honeymooners. Or C, The Love Boat. I remember that. So very exciting and new. I think that's what the lingo is. I don't know. I just remember Come Aboard, We'll Be Expecting You. I used to love that show. I forgot about that show. Then Fantasy Island, the plane, that would come on after Love Boat. And why do I know that? I can't remember things in my life. I can't remember what I ate yesterday, but I'm sitting here remembering the plane, and that it comes right after Love Boat. So we have I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners, I Love Lucy. It's A, The Honeymooners. Okay, so I am pressing this out, just putting that out there. I'm putting that out there. I'm pressing this out. And what I mean by pressing this out, I mean that it looks like this in the back. Okay? My iron was getting a little cold, so how to recharge it. Let's see, Honeymooners, I think. I don't know. So if I had to think about it, I don't know if Honeymooners came before I Love Lucy, or did Lucy come before the Honeymooners? I don't know. I feel like the honeymooners may have come before Lucy, is my guess. But I'm really not sure. And in a minute, we'll know. Or in one more block, we'll know. Because the next step, we're going to the next step. This is the front and this is the back. And now I'm going to try to put them all nice again in a pile for our next step. So our next step is we're going to add a little piece of a strip set. And this is where I'm talking about that we need to figure out for pressing so that everything lays flat and everything nests, how we're going to press that strip set. So I have that. This, I hope that's not all extra. So the answer to this is, I Love Lucy, although the honeymooners ran frequent reruns. Okay, so the honeymooners were before that. So it says, I Love Lucy, although the honeymooners ran frequent reruns. Here's something else I remember. Can't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember the honeymooners would come on at midnight, and then after the honeymooners was over, the TV would go bing, and then you would, that's it, no more TV for the night. That's what I remember. I'm 66 and never saw the honeymooners, but I saw a lot of I Love Lucy. Good morning, Rhonda. What are you working on this morning? So I've been working on this since 5. Athena, which is right here, 5-yard quilts. And so I'm trying something new. I am sending you into my room of madness in the morning. I am showing you how I am a quilting madness scientist, whatever you want to call it. I'm crazy in the morning. I'm running around doing stuff, just doing some behind the scenes things. That's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you Leanna behind the scenes. So we're up to this. We cut this, and so basically what I'm doing is I'm showing you everything from beginning to end, hopefully. No problem. So now the next step to make this block assembly A is we need, I'm going to go now into my book and read where it says block assembly A. And I'm going to say, it says referring to step 2, which is where I'm at, we're going to use unit B. And unit B is this unit. Let's see. And I'm not going to worry. Everything just fell. It's okay. This is unit B right here. Okay. So unit B is going to go on the top and the bottom. Now we have this here. How do I figure that out? Well, unit B has to be ironed. I have not ironed unit B because I don't know which way the seam needs to be. And I want my seam to nest. So I'm going to come here, and I know that unit B has to come here, right? So this has to be in the top half. Unit B is going to go this way. It's going to get cut, and it's going to be cut this way so that this part is at the end. So I know now my seam is going to the right, right? And because if I have to have this, you have to play with this. Come here. If this seam is to the right, I know now this seam needs to be pressed to the left, right? So that when I flip it, this seam is to the right and this seam is to the left. Did that make any sense to anyone on how I figured this out? I forgot about the blackout screen. What do you, yes. Good morning, Molly. So now this is done. This is pressed to the right. I know that this in this quilt is going to be this way, right? Because the strip, I'm cutting skinny strips of this. So this now has to be to the left. So instead of pressing this to the dark side, I'm pressing this to the light side. So I'm pressing this to my yellow. My yellow is fabric 2. So I'm pressing this towards fabric 2. And this is how I figure this stuff out. And I do this behind the scenes. But now you're seeing it right here on how we're doing it. Good morning, Regina. So here we are. We're going to press. Well, I'm going to set in my stitches. And I am pressing towards the yellow. Right? Because I need it to go to the left instead of the right. And then I'm going to be like Jordan Fabrics here, because you want to make sure. I'm going to give it a little. It is kind of hard here because I'm in this little space. It's much easier when you are at your big ironing board. You have to make this so that it's folding up towards. All right. I hope things lay right, because I normally, one thing is I do this on my big one. We're going to try it this way. Make sure that we are pressing towards my yellow, which is my fabric too. All right, so here we are. We pressed it. Now we're going to go and we're going to cut these units. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to go over there. I'm going to give you a question. Yes, it is a 5-yard quilt. So here we go. And whoever you're ordering these from, just let them know that I sent you. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go old school again. Who sang the song Sussudio? I know the song. It's in my head now. Sussudio. Maybe that's not quite right, but Sussudio. Sussudio is A, Elton John, B, Billy Joel, or C, Phil Collins. Okay, we're going to come here. We're going to bring up book. I'm going to go back. Sussudio. That's the question. Who's saying that? All right, now I'm going to move all my stuff. I'm moving this, putting this away. Moving all my pins and stuff. And then, you know, because I keep getting myself a little confused on colors, and I do this, but I forgot to mention that. I will take some of my scrap, right, and make myself a little chart. I mean, I don't know if they recommend, you know, if you're allowed to copy this, but I know you're not allowed to copy it and give it to someone, but make yourself a little chart here. I'm going to make myself a little chart. You know, I need index cards. Oh, that's an envelope. So you're going to find a piece of scrap paper. And some tape. So fabric here, I have a little piece of paper here. So fabric 1 was the fabric that looked like this. The fabric 1 is not a big deal. That you kind of, right, that we kind of remember. Giving you more tips here right now because we are using 5. This is my first time doing, well, isn't my first time. I did 3 of their 5-yard things in the book, but I didn't think about teaching it. So this is fabric 1, and this one is fabric 2. And this is fabric 3. And then fabric 4, we still don't have a little schniveling up. Oh, here we go. Here is some tape. I need to get a thing of Scotch tape up here. This will do. Here we go. This way when we're reading the instructions, we kind of know. Let me get myself that. All right. So here we are. We have our strip set. Can you see everything? Yep. Yes. No. Maybe. Phil Collins. Phil. I have an earworm. Good morning, Aisha. Too many fabrics. Yes. Never heard that song before. Really? Okay. Genesis. So, yes. Okay. So, Studio, it is Phil Collins. I don't think I have to see that, but let's see. Yes, it is Phil Collins. Is Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Aniston, you know, from Friends, a boomer? Is she a boomer? Yes or no? Is Jennifer Aniston a boomer? All right, so let's see. Can you see what I'm doing? So here we go. I have a bunch of mess. And I'm going to come in here. And again, I'm going to find a line to put across right here. I'm going to bring this all the way over to my 0. And I have my stickers. My stickers are not where they need to be. That was the last measurement. This measurement is here. So now I'm going to move my stickers again. And actually I don't need to move my stickers because on this ruler, it's actually already marked for me. But so I'm going to move my stickers to the side here. And I'm just going to follow the key. So they have a key here of popular cuts. I can't tell you because then that will give you what the cut is. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to 0 this out. And then I'm going to go to every part that has that key. So when you look on your ruler, you will see that measurement is a symbol on here. So now I'm going to assume I need 24 if I'm building upon that, right? Because you're going to need 2 on each side. Let me see. Yes, it's going to need 24. So now I'm going to pull this off. You know, I was using this for my legit kit yesterday. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So I only need 11 more. So we're going to put all this on the side. But I want you to see that it does make cutting quite quick. And I'm going to have leftovers, apparently, because, okay, in this case, I'm putting it on the white line. So I said at 11. No, I need 11 because I have 13. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I feel like I miscounted somewhere because there should be one short. So that was 11, 12, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I cut one too many. It's all good. Just put it aside. So this looks like this maybe scrap. So we're going to put this now over here and move back. There's a lot of moving. being that my ring light does not work, I might have to bring, I have a big tripod. Maybe I'll bring that. All right, so 1964 was the last boomer year. She's 55, I think. What's the cutoff? I would guess she's a little younger than a boomer. So yes, Deb, good morning. So yes, what is that ruler? This is called a stripology XL ruler. I'm a stripologist. I put on a, when I first came on, I put on a short saying I'm a stripologist and showed you how to use your stripology ruler. I bought it when I went to festival. GE Design, they sell it. It's great. I love that ruler. All right, so I forgot the book over there. All right, so now the next step, we are going to put these onto these units. So you're gonna look at this unit, gonna make sure that, hold on, so that I'm telling you the right thing. I already lost my little, here it is. Did I just lose my guide already? Nope, here it is. Okay. So just so that you know, so we want to make sure that our fabric 3, which is this, is up in this corner here, right here, when we figure this out. So we're going to put that down. And then what needs to happen is we need to take this strip set, right? We need 12 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Right, this strip set is going to come over here. And they should, look, have opposite, right, seams so that they nest. Because that's what we work so hard. So that's going to go there. And then this is going to go on the bottom on this side. So, you know what? Let me go grab this. When I'm doing this by myself, I normally don't have all this, but this way so you can see what I'm talking about. And everything should nest. So this is where we're at right now. We're doing this right now. All right, so the Jennifer Aniston thing is, no, she was born in 1969, making her a member of Generation X. Ooh, Jennifer Aniston is older than I? Oh, she looks great for her age. Wow. What percentage of, wait. Oh, that was in Oval. Okay, so we're actually now doing new school. One more new school. Okay, ready? And we are, what is the cloud? What is the cloud? All right, when I put this strip set to this, being that there is a place that I have to match, you don't have to do this, but I normally pin. I put one pin, just one, to anchor that, and then, hold on. You don't have to do this, and I won't do it for all. But if you're a newbie, I'm kind of showing you if you're a newbie. Or maybe you like to pin. And sometimes we have to fudge things, and it's okay. What is the cloud? right, let's see what the what some of our, what is the cloud. Good morning, Sean. Is Sean on here? The guy who sews. Yes. Did you find a new machine yet? No, this is my hobby. I have a machine in mind. I just cannot, I cannot afford it right now. So we're going to see if I can nurse that machine that I had, see how much that's going to set me back. Or fundraise. For the rest, I will figure it out. I always figure something out, or I make do. I just don't have a machine with any decorative stitching, so that's where I am right now. Here. Backup server, the place on the internet where I store all my patterns, pictures, and important documents. That's a good reference to that. She is still looking. Makes sense. It's a big investment and so many choices I'm looking to in case mine can't be fixed. Yeah, so the lady does, she has about 5 previously loved baby locks, and really well priced. She really is well priced for her machines, and she gives you a great warranty with it. I mean, my other machine that I bought from her, and it was a while ago, you know, she really does take care of you. So I'd like to buy the new previously loved one from her, but it's, if we were talking in November, I would have been not a problem. But since then, there's been things happening. So now, hey, everything happens for a reason. Whatever. I'm good. Nothing to complain about here. There's a lot more hardship out there than me needing a sewing machine. There really is. MAQS usually has deals in case it can't be fixed. My deal is I really do. Not that Sean doesn't. I'm sure Sean does. But I do religiously take my machines in for service often, because I put so many miles. She says she's never had a customer who has put as many miles on a machine in her entire life of being open. She said she's never seen that, ever. And so last year when I had taken it for service, she says, you might want to like lay off a little bit on the amount of miles you put on here, because you're really like on the last tail end of mileage on this thing. So that's when I started getting the antique machines and started using the antique machines in between all the sewing. You should be able to finance a new machine. Oh, my lady does financing. But even on the used new to me machine, it was still a payment of $320 a month for 18 months. So I was like, okay. So, yeah. Actually, and basically all the machines she has right now is they're machines that are embroidery / combo. And like I told her, I'm not an embroidery person at all. And like she says, you can just sew with it. It's a combination machine. And so then I got thinking, well, I guess then I can dabble in some embroidery machine stuff, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, I told her if she gets another one in that is not a combo, I would prefer that. But it does work. The other baby lock, I think it's called the Destiny, works just like the Aria I have. So in that case, that's good. And really, I do have this. This can This can keep me busy for a while, right? This machine. I just can't do any fringe flannel. I call it fringe flannel. You guys call it rag quilts. There are just certain things I can't do. And that's fine. All right, so good point. I don't want to finance one. I should be back to buy a new one if needed. I don't need anything fancy. I know. So I wish I could say I don't need anything fancy, but I kind of do. It's not that it needs to be fancy, but I need certain features. I mean, you're seeing some behind the scenes, but you're not seeing everything because you don't see the stuff that I can't show you. And that's where I'm at right now. For years, I only had a regular sewing machine. It's just that because where I am in my sewing adventure, right? In my sewing life, everybody has a sewing life, a sewing path, a timeline, whatever you want to call it. This machine will now be for business, right? It's for business. If I wasn't in business, I wouldn't need it. I would be fine with something like this or my 301, but I am in business. It is my second job. Or I have to go back to going back to my second job, which means I'm now doing 2 jobs that I like, but I'm not in love with. Right now, I'm doing 1 job that pays my bills and 1 job I love. And that's what I'm trying to do because I think I'm a happier and better person that way. Who wants to work 2 jobs and be unhappy? A lot of people do. I did for years. For years. But I just can't take the stress. I can't. This is at least it's stress-free for me. All right, so here we are. We're putting one on the other side, and I'm going to show you this block. Let's see. Good then. It'll be a tax write-off. Well, maybe if I can. You first got to afford the machine for it to be able to be a tax write-off. So, just saying. Just saying. And I'm not putting it on a credit card. I don't believe in that. I'm a big believer if you can't afford it, you don't get it. So I'm okay. Or you work and you fundraise. I'm okay with working and fundraising. At school, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a raffle between the teachers, put up a, put up a quilt and sell raffle tickets for someone to win a quilt. I'm thinking about doing that. I worked 2 jobs when I was a single mom. Not good times. That was me too. And I was exhausted and my kids missed me. So that's where I was at, Nikki. I worked 7 days a week. I worked at the school 5 days. And then I worked at the Culinary Institute on weekends teaching professional development or CE continuing ed. Good morning, everyone. Going to my friend's house to sew today. Oh, how much fun. I'm making 3 baby quilts for the Ronald McDonald House for our guild. This is fabulous. My used Elna has been acting up, just had it cleaned in December. Well, I'm hoping that's the thing. I'm hoping they clean it and it'll be good. So this is where we're at now with this. So it looks like it should, if I did this right, it should look like this. Let's see. Yes. So we're at this point because I'm going to have to break here. So I'm going to finish putting on that one section and we're going to end here for today's lesson or today's sewing. So this is what the back looks like. Do you see how this nests? See how this nests and it doesn't interfere with anything? So that is why you take a little bit of time and do that. The points. This is why I pinned, because this should look like a continuous line here and there. Now, if anybody is in here inspecting, then this quilt, then they're not your friend. So you don't have to pin. You don't have to have perfect. You do you. There's no police. There's no judgment. And if someone judges you, they don't deserve that quilt. So this is supposed to be a happy experience. Who knows? Maybe this will be the quilt that I put up. And no, because I want to get the raffle going at school. Maybe it won't be this quilt. I was just thinking maybe it could be this quilt that I raffle off. I don't know. We'll see. Have a great day, Sean. Take care of yourself. Good morning, Anna. I just see hi. Good morning, Anna. So my guess is Anna's on here and I missed it. That's how a lot of times how I do it. Aisha was here for, I think I saw her name too at one point. All right, so we're going to put this through. Let's see. The cloud. I never did say what the cloud is. The cloud refers to servers that are accessed over the internet and the software and databases that run on them. What? The cloud refers to servers that are accessed over the internet and the software and databases that run on them. Okay. Any techie out there? You got that. I didn't get that. I'm lurking off to work. Not a problem. I'm still here. Yeah, I just saw your name come through. I wasn't sure if I said hi to you. Okay, new school. Here we go. Who is David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad? David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad. No clue. No clue on this end. We have to get one survivor question in here. One survivor question has to come in. No idea. I'm so glad that you guys. Oh, Sheila's on here. That's right. Sheila, who won last night? I know that the Eagles won. I fell asleep when the Bills were still playing. When I fell asleep, it literally was like 21-22. It was very close. So I absolutely do not know who won. And I've been sewing since this morning, so no clue, no clue. See you all. I need to hop off and get ready for school. Not a problem, Molly. You have a great day. Chiefs. Oh, Chiefs, really? Didn't we already do the Super Bowl with the Eagles and the Chiefs already once? Sorry, Chiefs fans, but I wanted to see the Bills and the Eagles play each other. Not to mention now my son's probably all sad. We even have signs out there that says this family belongs to the Bills Mafia. I'm not a sports person. Someone gifted that to my son and he put it out front. I could care less what that means, but but I would have loved to have seen them go because my son's such a diehard fan. You should see him. He goes to one game, and it's always the game in Buffalo where everyone needs to shovel out the stadium. And he's a crazy nut. He's out there in -degree weather with, like, he takes off he's out there with just his big old beads and the Bills thing. And yes, he's naked up there. I mean, not all, but just up there. And I'm just like, oh, it's too cold for that. He's crazy. He's a crazy boy. But he does a lot of good in this world, so he's allowed to be crazy every so often. So yes, he's those pictures. He's the guy who is always the Jumbotron is on him all the time. He's diving into snow. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But, you know, they also do a lot of good stuff because when him and the boys, it's like the boys trip, when they do that, you know, they always come across cars that are like buried on the road or something, and they all get out. There's pictures on believe it or not, there are pictures out there on Facebook showing him and his buddies all digging out, you know, people who are stuck on the road because of the blizzards. 2 years in a row they went, and 2 years in a row was that giant blizzard. And they just help people out. And it's nice. Nice to see that good hometown boys do good even when they're on vacation. Even though they're on vacation, they still do their job. So let's see. Good morning. Oh, Jean, good morning. Yep, like you can get it over the internet. Let's see. It's going to be rough in Western New York today. Oh, is it, Lori? Is it going to be a lot of snow? Are you up there by Buffalo? Maybe when he goes... No, he would not like that. I was going to say maybe he'll take me on his boys' trip and we can hang out. And so while they do their footballing. That's funny. I could see his face now. No, Mom. You are not coming on our boys' trip for the road. I think the Bills were robbed. Oh, they should have had a first down, but the refs gave it to the Chiefs. Oh, I didn't watch that. Raffling a quilt is a great idea. I raffled a quilt at work for her friend to raise money for Cancer Walk in New York. My daughter won the quilt, and they all joked that it was fixed. That's nice of them. I like Bills fans. Okay. Because of the Bills' loss, it's going to be tough. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. I thought maybe it was the weather. I love Butters, helps stranded people. So yeah, he does. Like, and I guess, you know, the boys, they were just, there's 4 or 5 of them. They all had shovels because, you know, they'll shovel the stadium. They shovel their area when they do the tailgating and all that. And I don't know if it was a newspaper or what, but somehow all of a sudden that kind of went a little viral of them digging out just random people in the street, getting their cars going so that they can go. And people who are stuck. Okay, so now we are at this point, and we are going to iron or press everything out. We're going to press everything out because the next time we put a piece in, it's going to be a solid piece. So when I say we're going to press everything out, I mean we are going to take this and just press it out. We don't have to press it under. We press it out, which means it looks like this. And we're still nested. We're still in a nesting situation by doing that. So we're going to press this all out. And we do have to go to survivor. Let's go to survivor mode. One survivor thing before this goes. How to survive. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. I took you on vacation again with me. And there's been an earthquake. How to survive during an earthquake. A, crouch down in the fireplace if you have one. B, run outside immediately. Or C, get under a desk or table or move into a doorway. I'm sorry, folks. You go to vacation with me, and all these disasters happen. We end up having to jump out of a car. We end up having to figure out how to get off a cliff. Really, there should have been a question yesterday, how to survive finding a legit kit piece. Yesterday, I had the hardest time finding a piece, but we'll have that discussion at another time. Right, Deb? If you watched Lisa, the Awkward Quilter, and Deb's live on Sunday morning, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yes. So if you haven't seen it, go over there and watch it on replay. It was a very entertaining morning. We were all a little frecca, though. Some of us were. I wasn't trying to be. So also, I noticed something too. When I was doing something, I noticed that Lisa, the awkward quilter, who sometimes stops by, she's lurking, right? Her and Donnell, they lurk. And yes, Donnell's looking for 5-inch pieces, in case if I didn't tell you all that. I sent hers already. Lisa, it's got to get to 1,000 here. So does Deb, right? And so does Aisha, I think. We have a bunch of newbies on here, which is great. New channels. They all need our support. But Lisa is so close. To me, it looks like she's so close. So let's help a girl out. Let's see. She keeps us to all get together, and so we might need disaster insurance first. Yes. Yep. Exactly. So what are we doing? All right, I have my last one I just did my last one. So they're all done. They're not done. This block is still not done. We still have to add to this block. So we're just going to put here, but that's tomorrow. I'll tell you the next step though. So the next step is we are going to put a solid piece to the top of this and to the bottom of this. So there'll be a solid piece. So we don't have to worry so much about the how the seams are going with that one. But we will need to worry on how to put the seams on when we have to put the next section. So this is the question. The answer is, so how to survive during an earthquake is C, get under a desk or a table or move into a doorway. There we go. And with that, we'll finish this last one, because now we've survived the earthquake, but now we are starving. We are all hangry at this moment. And we need to learn how to cook turtles for the best nutritional value. Now, folks, I do not write these cards. I think I may starve. I think I may be in a hangry state for a very long time. But maybe I'll get to that state where I will not want to be hangry. And I will need to know how to cook a turtle for the best nutritional value for my survival. A, place the turtle. I don't even think I can read this. I love turtles. They're so cute. My daughter makes turtles. I cannot even believe this is a card. Okay. Take a couple deep breaths. All right. A, place the turtle still inside its shell in hot coals and bake. B, boil until the shell comes off, then cut the meat. C, use the turtle's back as a pot, suspend it over a fire, and cook until steam hisses from the... I cannot believe I'm reading this. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I could do this. Deb, I'm with you. I think I'm going to die happy and hangry. I think I am. It says, good luck finding a turtle. That's true, Anna. I don't think I've seen turtles just there. I'm going to go with it because I already put it out there. Okay. Andrea knows what she's doing. She's eating turtle. And I know turtle's a thing. When I was at the Culinary Institute, yes, I went to the CIA. And yes, they taught us all kinds of cooking of things. Snails, turtles, all this. I don't know. I just maybe just didn't do that. Like lobsters. Okay, Deb says it's like lobsters. All right.
Does it taste like lobster? Because, you know, I do eat lobster. Jean, we see turtles all over Central Florida. They are very good. Okay. So the answer is B. Boil until the shell comes off, then cut the meat. I'm going to put it out there. It's hard for me to eat cute things, but I guess if I'm hungry, this game is called the worst case scenario. It's the worst case scenario. Sheila, how to best cook your fellow survivor who starved to death because they refused to eat turtle. Okay, Sheila, thank you for the chuckle. I think there was many books about that. Isn't that the thing, Donner Party of Five or something like that? Tina, stock your house with beans. They are protein. I could not eat a turtle, lobster, snails. Yes, turtles, no. Just carry a lot of beans with you. Donner, pass. Exactly. All right, there was our chuckle for the morning. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. There's no judgment here on food. For me, I have a hard time. I have a hard time eating chickens. You know. And yesterday, I had a no meat day. I didn't want any meat yesterday. My body was like, no to meat. I don't know why. But, yes. So, this is our block. We still have to work on this block. But the next block is going to be super easy. It's just going to be a big block that we're just going to border. And then we'll have enough blocks to make this 5-yard quilt, which is close to a twin. Okay, it's close to a twin. As you know, I did not cut borders because I am going to maximize my whatever fabric I have left and use that for my borders. So it'll be bigger and a nice, big, chunky twin size, okay? So anyway, everyone have a wonderful day. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. I'm trying to get to 3,000. We'll be giving this away. I sent out all the giveaways on yesterday, except for Barb's quilt and an anonymous quilt that I am sending off. And also, what else? What other stuff do I need to do? Oh, I will be putting a post. If there's different ways, right, to help my channel. One is subscribing, sharing it out. Also watching those annoying ads. I admit it, but they do give me revenue. Those are free ways. Then if you got 99 cents a month, you can become a member. And if you want, I do have a PayPal link if you are interested. This channel is free. I want it for everyone. It is very hard for me to fundraise. I fundraise so much, it's not even funny, but it's never for myself. So putting that, I'm having a hard time with it, but I also know that if I want to continue showing more stuff, I've gotta do something with either my old sewing machine or possibly new to me. So everyone have a wonderful day. Again, that's my spiel. Take care. Bye.